Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's. Or just visit Dale'sHeatingandAppliance.com. Dale's Heating and Appliance.com.
Welcome to the Summer of Saints. Not those Saints. We're talking about the St. Paul Saints. Listen every Friday morning all summer long. We're sending you and a friend to CHS Field to see the Saints, courtesy of Hinckley Firehouse. Listen to win all summer. The Summer of Saints. Throwing heat all summer long. Thanks to the Hinckley Firehouse and WCMP.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to WCMP 106.5 FM AM 1350. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman out here in Hinckley for today's playoff softball game between the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars and the Crosby-Ironton Rangers. Of course, we're out here in Hinckley, Minnesota. As I mentioned, a beautiful day for some playoff softball. We had some rain earlier this morning that has since subsided, and the field is dry enough for us to get out here and play some playoff softball. First pitch here scheduled for about noon. So that noon hour, we're going to get our first pitch here or around that time for this playoff game. Section 7 AA between these two teams, as Hinckley-Finlayson had quite a good regular season, getting the number 6 seed in Section 7 AA. Proctor rounding out the top seed there in the section at 16-4. Then it's Rush City just behind them as the number 2 seed, and Hinckley-Finlayson actually beat Rush City this season. So there's a good chance that Hinckley-Finlayson could go on a run, having beat the number 2 team in the section in Rush City. So anything is possible, and that's what I always say once we get to playoffs, is anything is possible. You just never know. 1 seed, 2 seed, 3 seed, doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter when you get to playoffs that these teams, it's anyone on any given day. And for Hinckley-Finlayson, they're hoping to protect their home field here today as the number 6 seed. As we continue on with the standings, International Falls comes in as the number 3 seed. Then it's Greenway Nashwauk-Keewatin as the number 4 seed. Esco comes in at number 5, just above Hinckley-Finlayson. Again, 15-5 on the season is Hinckley-Finlayson. 5-1 in section play. And Crosby-Ironton at that 11 seed came in 5-14 and 1-3 in the section. So that is how they lined up here in the section as we get our starting lineups announced for both of these teams. Of course, Crosby-Ironton making the trip down here for this game as we get our lineups announced. Hinckley-Finlayson with a win here today would move on to Braun Park on Thursday up in Cloquet. As we get these names. But again, if they win here today, they are on to Braun Park Thursday up in Cloquet, and then they would face the winner of I Falls and Duluth Marshall. And then if they were to win that one, they would play again on Thursday at 5 p.m. But if they were to lose on Thursday in that first game, then they would play at, looks like, for next week. So that is how that would work there in that one. But today's game set for a noon start here between these two teams, getting our lineups announced. Again, the Crosby-Ironton Rangers visiting here today. Game Day Gilman bringing you all the action here from this one. And continuing to look at this Hinckley-Finlayson team, the highest scoring offense in the section. 11 runs per game in the section, and they only give up 3 runs per game. Well, technically 3.5, but if you're looking at it, the runs given up per game is good enough for 4th in the section, and they are number 1 again scoring runs in the section. So pretty darn good season for them here this year, coming into a new section, playing in Double-A this year instead of Single-A, so a brand new section which they'll be playing in. In the conference, they finished in 3rd with a 9-3 record. Rush City on top at 10-2, Bram just behind them at 10-2 as well. But this conference was extremely competitive this year. Mille Lacs, Hinckley-Finlayson, Bram, Rush City all fighting for that top spot in the conference towards the end, but Rush City was able to hold on to it and come away with a share of the conference crown. As, again, they did lose to Hinckley-Finlayson during the regular season. That was one of their 2 losses in the conference was Hinckley-Finlayson. As we take a look at it, they lost 4-2 back on May 9th, and their other conference loss was to Mille Lacs. So a very interesting season there for Rush City. These 2 teams could meet up once again if Hinckley-Finlayson wins here today, wins again on Thursday, and if Rush City wins on Thursday, they could meet up in that semifinal. They're up in Cloquet, but we'll have to wait and see for that one, or quarterfinal, I should say, instead of the semifinal. But our lineups are just about finished being announced here. We're going to get our national anthem, and then when we come back, we will be ready for first pitch here in this Section 7 AA playoff game between the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars and the Crosby-Ironton Rangers.
Sean here from Burnett Dairy Cooperative. We care about your comfort and safety. Regularly checking your propane gauge is critical, and when it reaches 30%, it's time to give us a call at 715-689-1032 to request a fill. Reliable service from your local cooperative. Burnett Dairy, your trusted propane partner.
There's just nothing like being on the water, especially on a pontoon. Pine-Toon Rental in Pine City has your next outing. Spend the day on the water in style with this 20-footer that holds up to 9 passengers. Whether you want to fish or just float, take the river, take the lake. But you've got to reserve your pontoon first. Visit pinetoonrental.com. pinetoonrental.com.
When aches and pains are interfering with your daily life, Wellia Health wants to help. The sports medicine team at Wellia Health is here to help you get back to the things you love. Wellia Health has a highly skilled sports medicine team with a wide range of experiences. They are also experts in concussion management, a concern for young athletes and adults alike. No matter the injury, get back in the game with an appointment at Wellia Health. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or schedule an appointment through your MyChart account, welliahealth.org.
I love this weather. I could sit here all day long. I don't think anything can make it better.
Well, friend, this week get a 2-night stay at Ringler's Family Campground for only $40. Make memories and enjoy the outdoors.
How long have you been there?
I'm always here, friend. Always here.
That's a little creepy.
WCMPradio.com/deals. Save money on all kinds of cool stuff. WCMPradio.com/deals.
Back here on WCMP, we're getting set for this game here. Section 7 AA playoffs, first round action where the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars host the Crosby-Ironton Rangers. I know you're looking at the screen going, well, Ethan, the poster says Moose Lake Little River Rebels. Yes. I was in a hurry this morning, realizing that this game was happening today because of the rain coming in tomorrow. So, yes, it is a mistake. I am human after all. Look at that. But getting set for first pitch here, taking a look at the defense for Hinckley-Finlayson lining up in the circle. Pitching is Eris Ritchie. Then behind the plate, catching for is number 14, Riley Scott. Over at first, it's going to be number 7, Anna Degerstrom. Then at second, it'll be number 15, Autumn Pinovich. Then at third, it'll be number 1, Natalie Staffney. At short, it'll be number 31, Lainey Johnson. Out in left, it will be number 5, Hannah Hartle. Her sister will be in center, wearing number 6, Reese Hartle. Then over in right, it will be number 12, Violet Albrecht. And the first pitch here, swung on and missed by the leadoff batter, Sam Hashi. Oh, 1 count, and that one's going to be high for ball 1. to the leadoff batter. 1-1 count now for Hashie number 2 for the Rangers. 1-1, that one's popped back and out of play. Now we'll go foul. Count will be 1-2. New ball in here. And Richie in the circle pitching today for the Jags. Here's the pitch on 1-2. It's foul back. And Hashie will keep herself alive with that foul tip. Count remains 1-2. And here's the pitch. That one swung on and popped right to the pitcher, and she grabs it for out number 1. So 1 down for the Rangers. And we move on to the batter in the number 2 spot. That'll be number 12, Emma Anderson, for the Rangers. That one low, but swung on and fouled back out of play. Make it an 0-1 count. Rangers come in wearing their white pinstripe uniforms, the maroon letters and numbers, the white helmets as well. That one's going to be high for ball 1 to Anderson, a 1-1 count. She gets set. Here's the pitch on 1-1. That one's going to be ball 2. 2-1 count now to Emma Anderson. And here's the 2-1. That one going to stay high as well. Ball 3. 3-1, a nice catch though back there by Riley Scott catching today. 3-1 on the way. That one's high as well for ball 4. So it'll be a walk and the Rangers will get a base runner on. And now Veronica Millsop to the plate, wearing that number 3 in maroon. That one swung on and fouled back out of play once again. An 0-1 count now for Millsop. Got a runner on first and 1 down. Richie readies. And here's the pitch. Swung through and missed. And now she'll get ahead 0-2. 0-2 count now for Millsop as Richie prepares. And here's the 0-2. That one swung on and hit right towards the shortstop. Throw on to second's going to get in time for out number 2. Not an easy play there for the shortstop in Lainey Johnson. Also a tough decision, but she made the right call, threw it on to second, get the lead runner out for out number 2. So it'll be a fielder's choice in which Millsop will reach. And now to the plate, the cleanup batter, Abby Kramer. We're number 6, and she gives this one a ride in the air. Shortstop Johnson on it. She calls it, grabs it into the glove, and holds on for out number 3. So the Rangers get one on, get an out, and then get another one on, and that'll be it. We'll move to the bottom of the inning now. It'll be the Jags' turn to try and get their offense rolling again. The highest scoring offense in the section this year, scoring just over 11 runs per game. Yes, you heard that right, 11 runs per game for Hinckley-Finlayson. The highest scoring offense in the section, and they will bring that now to the plate here for the bottom of the first. The next highest scoring offense, not Rush City, surprisingly. No, it's I Falls scoring just under 11 runs per game, 10.7. And then it is Rush City at 8.3 runs per game. At one point in the season, Rush City was at 11 runs per game, but they had some tough competition at the end of the year. Proctor was one of those. Moose Lake Willow River, another one of those teams as well. They looked, I don't know, when I called that game for Rush City, they looked like the better team over Proctor, but gave up some unfortunate errors that led to those runs there late in that one. So if Rush City can clean up the errors, they might be the team to beat in this section. But you can't give up on Hinckley-Finlayson, man. They have moved up a class, and they are showing that they are ready for this competition. 15-5 on the season. Again, and the 4th best runs against in the section as well. So this offense is legit. The defense is just there as well. Should be an exciting postseason for all of our local teams. But today we get to call the game for Hinckley-Finlayson. Beautiful Flagstead Field here in Hinckley, Minnesota. Just behind the elementary school. In fact, I went to church at this church that is next to for a short while. Now coming to the plates, leading off for the Jaguars will be number 7, Anna Degerstrom. Into the left-handed batter's box. Ooh, some Drowning Pool. I love the walk-up music. Pitcher for the Rangers is Millsop, as that one is low for ball 1. The defense for the Rangers looks like this. Veronica Millsop is in the circle with the pitching duties to start. And here's the 1-0. That one's in the dirt as well. Rolls to the catcher, who is catching for Mika Kronk, wearing number 9. Then over at first, it's Abby Kramer, wearing number 6. As the 2-0 is high over the pitcher for ball 3. Over at second, it's Emma Anderson, wearing number 12. Then in third, it's Kieran Gresman, wearing number 20. And at short, it's Ava Bordage, wearing number 5. That one's low for ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk for Anna Degerstrom. And now to the plate, number 15, Adam Painovich. Continuing the fielding for Crosby-Ironton. That one going to be ball 1. Out in left is Claire Smith. And in center, Sam Hashi. And out in right, Sophia Strom. Early 2-0 count here for Painovich as they got a runner on. The leadoff batter is on via the walk. That one is swung on and fouled into the fence. Two-one count now for Painovich. Here's the pitch from Millsop. That one just high. And that would be a 3-1. And that one swung through and missed. It'll run the count full now for Painovich. She's got the runner on first. And here's the full count. That one's in the dirt. It rolls. And Degerstrom rounding second, looking at third, but that'll be there. So 2 walks in a row. And now the third baseman, wearing number 1, Natalie Staffney, to the plate. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Here's the first pitch to her, swung on, and that one's fouled back out of play. It'll be an 0-1 count to start for Natalie Staffney. First 2 batters on here. 0-1 pitch on the way. It's going to be in the dirt. It gets away from the catcher, but not enough to advance the runners. Again, Kronk there catching for the Rangers today. Millsop in the circle. And here's the 1-1 in that one. Ball 2. 2-1 now for Staffney. And the 2-1 on the way. She gets a piece of this one, pops it up. And they call the infield fly rule, so the batter is out anyways, as the shortstop makes the catch. So 1 down now for the Jags. And coming to the plate in the cleanup spot is going to be number 31, the shortstop, Lainey Johnson. Here's the pitch to her. She swings and hits that one into the backstop. 1 down. Runners on first and second. Millsop with the pitch. That one's low for ball 1. And it'll push the count to 1-1. Here's the 1-1 on the way. And that one's in there for strike 2. So now a 1-2 count for Johnson. 1 down, runners on first and second. Bottom of the first, no score. Here's the pitch. She gets a piece of that one. That one's going to leave the infield, and that will get down, and that's going to get through the glove of the center fielder. They're going to send their runner home, and that is going to be good enough. The throw home is a little bit off, so it moves the catcher, and that will score a run. Degerstrom from second. Lainey Johnson with the RBI single. And then she advances to second on the throw home. So runners now on second and third, one down. Jaguars lead 1-0 after the RBI from Johnson. Now to the plate, the catcher, number 14, Riley Scott. First pitch to her is low for ball one. So Jags are on the board first with the RBI. Here's the 1-0, low as well for ball two. Scott at the plate, a 2-0. And here's the pitch. Oh, she gets a piece of that one, fouls it back, and makes the count 2 balls and 1 strike for Riley Scott. Still only 1 down for the Jags. Runners in scoring position, and here's the pitch. Just low for ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike to Scott. Millsop readies, and here's the 3-1. That one's in the dirt. And runner from third not going to go. She will stay. So that will load the bases on the walk. And it's Hannah Hartle to the plate. Playing out in left field today, into the left-handed batter's box. Bases loaded, 1 down. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Haven't seen a ton of first pitch swinging here by the Jags. That one is going to be inside for ball 1 to Hannah Hartle. And her sister Reese Hartle coming up behind her in the batting order. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss on that one by Hannah Hartle. And in the count is Millsop. A rare opportunity for her ahead in the count. 1-2 now. And she swings through that one. She will be the first strikeout victim for Millsop, and it's out number 2. So 2 down, bases loaded, and it brings to the plate Reese Hartle out in center. She'll step into the right-handed batter's box. Looks at the first pitch inside for ball 1. Base hit or a walk will bring home a run. Base hit probably scores 2. That one's going to be high. Good catch, though, behind the plate by Kronk, holding that one. 2-0 count, and we get time call here. Looks like a courtesy runner at first. And going over there, that'll be Annie Ailman for the catcher, Scott. So again, a 2-0 count for Reese Hartle. As we wait for the umpire to get his papers situated and back behind the plate. Yeah, we're back. Ready to go. 2-0 for Reese Hartle. Here's the pitch. High for ball 3. 3-0 now. Bases loaded, 2 down. In the bottom of the first, Jags lead 1-0 in this Section 7 AA playoff game. That one's going to be high as well, so another walk will score another run. Two nothing is the score. Swing and a miss there by the pitcher, Eris Ritchie. That one just high for ball 1. 1-1 count now for the pitcher. Bases still loaded, 2 down. Here's the pitch. Swings on that one, just through it, and make it a 1-2 count now for Ritchie. Bases still loaded. That one's low. And that'll leave the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Here's the 2-2. And that one's going to be in there, and she'll go down looking for out number 3. So that'll be it for the first inning of play, but the Jags score 2 on 1 hit. No errors. And that is it for our first inning of play. So we'll head to the second inning. The Jags lead here in this one 2-0 in this first round of Section 7 AA playoffs here at Flagstead Field in Hinckley, Minnesota. We'll be back after a word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP.
WCMP Sports, local sports.
Past the 25, to the 20, to the 15. He's going to high step into the end zone. Touchdown!
Slips one, slips a second, able to get away for Sluka. Back underneath, far side, and a goal! To the lane and just gets the roll. Wow.
Pine City, Mora, Hinckley-Finlayson, East Central, Bram, Rush City, Malacca, North Branch. Find out who's playing next at WCMPradio.com.
Interested in raising funds for your school or organization? Burnett Dairy Cooperative is now participating in cheese fundraisers. Raise funds by selling cheese to your friends and family and supporting our local farmers. Please call us at 715-689-2053 to find out more.
Top of the second inning, Rangers back to the plate. Now for Ava Bordage at the plate. She's first pitch swinging. It just gets past the third baseman. Nice stop, though, by the shortstop, but it will not be able to get there. So Bordage reaches. And now to the plate, Claire Smith. Swings and misses at the first one for strike one. Richie readies. Here's the 0-1. And Smith just did get a piece of that one, fouls it out of play. That'll make it an 0-2 count now for Claire Smith, the left fielder. Bordage is on first, the leadoff, and here's the 0-2. And that one's fouled back and out of play as well. Smith battling to keep herself alive. New ball thrown in here. As we just passed that noon hour, 12:12 for your time. Game day Gilman, WCMP, WCMPradio.com, audio only for this playoff game. That one is in there at the knees for strike 3, and she'll go down looking for out number 1. So 1 down and a runner on first for Crosby-Ironton, and Mika Kronk now to the plate. She swings and misses at the first one. Oh, 1 now for her. Richie readies. And here's the pitch. And swing and a miss on that one by Kronk for strike 2. 0-2 count now. Richie readies. Here's the pitch. Swung on and hit softly to the shortstop, on to second for 1, and that should be on the transfer. It should be 1. Yes, it will. So they do get the 1 at second. Well, the leadoff runner is out at second for out number 2, but could not turn the double play, so Kronk will reach on another fielder's choice. And Gressman now to the plate for the Rangers. We'll get a courtesy runner at first, it looks like. Maybe number 1, Taylor Smith, possibly. So they'll get that all situated in the books. And again, here 2 outs. Runner on first. Jags have a 2-0 lead. And we're ready to get back to it. Again, Gressman at the plate. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss by Gressman. And Richie ready to get out of this inning. as her team got off to a good start. 0-1, swung on and missed again. 0-2 now for Gressman. Here we go, 0-2, Richie readies, and the pitch. That one swung on, and that's just going to leave the infield for a base hit for Gressman. So a 2-out single there for Gressman, puts runners at first and second. And now to the plate, Sophia Strom. Richie with the pitch. It's going to roll to the catcher, and great stop there by Scott. So it'll be a 1-0 count to begin the at-bat. And here's the pitch. That one, oh, she swung, and she's even shocked she swung at it. Knew she shouldn't have, but she just couldn't help herself. So that will make the count 1-1. 1-1 now for Strom after swinging that one high in the zone. And that one going to be tipped into the glove, foul tip, and now a 1-2. 2 down, runners at first and second. Richie with the pitch. And that one is swung on and hit out to shallow center, but Hartle is there to grab it for out number 3. Great run on the grab there by Reese Hartle for out number 3. So there for the Rangers, no runs. And now we move to the bottom of the second inning. It'll be one batter before we get back to the top of the order for Hinckley-Finlayson, as they nearly batted around in that first inning. It'll be Violet Albrecht. Up to the plate first as we ready for the bottom of the second. Don't forget, tune in every Friday to WCMP and the KBEK morning shows for your chance to win Saints tickets. That's right, every Friday you have your chance to win Saints tickets. They'll give you a keyword to text in during the morning show. Every Friday, you'll text that keyword in, and you'll be entered to win Saints tickets. Don't worry, we'll always send you to a Saints home game. I know last Fridays were for June 4th, so I think this Fridays will be for that week of play as well for the Saints. But again, that's every Friday on our morning shows. All right. To the plate. First pitch to her is high for ball 1, maybe a little bit outside as well. So 1-0, and here's the pitch just off the plate for ball 2 from Millsop. And the 2-0 swung on and missed for strike 1. Here's the 2-1 on the way. Got a piece of it, and that one's rolling to the second baseman. Underhand throw to first in time for out number 1. Back to the top of the order for the Jags. It's Anna Degerstrom who reached on a walk and eventually scored her first time around. 1 down now for the Jags. And again, Degerstrom into the left-handed batter's box. Millsop with the pitch. That one in there for ball 1. Millsop with the 1-0 pitch. That one's in there for strike 1. One pitch is on the way, and Degerstrom swings underneath it for strike 2. 1-2 count now for Degerstrom. 1 down, here's the pitch. That one's low, evens the count at 2-2. 1 down, and Millsop with the 2-2. That easy to lay off of for Degerstrom, and that'll run the count full for the first baseman, Degerstrom. She gets underneath that one, lifts it to left field, and it'll get down for a base hit. And she's on to first with a one-out single. Panovich to the plate now with a runner on. Trying to extend their lead. Sun starting to come out here in this second inning. That one a little bit high and outside for ball one from Millsop. 1-0. That one's in there for strike one. Now it makes it a 1-1 count to Panovich. 1-1. And swings and misses on that one. And ball gets away from the catcher, and Degerstrom will advance to second. One down now. Panovich with that 1-2 count. Millsop with the pitch, and that one's high. And that will even the count at 2-2 for Panovich. Millsop with the pitch. Got a piece of that one right to the pitcher, and she goes back and gets it. Not easy catch there for the pitcher. That was in the sun a tad, and she's still able to grab it for out number 2. So now 2 down, runner on second for Natalie Staffney. Here's the pitch. That one in the dirt. It gets away, and Degerstrom thought about it, but with that one bouncing forward, not going to risk it. Don't want to be the third out trying to take a base with the lead. So it'll be a 1-0 for Staffney. Millsop with the pitch. That one is foul tipped by Staffney. Move the count 1-1 now. And Millsop with the pitch. And Staffney swings over that one, and that'll make it a 1-2 count now. 2 down, runner on second, 1-2 count for Staffney. And here's the pitch. That one's in the dirt, and it got her on the bounce. So she will head to first. So the hit by pitch, and also Degerstrom tried to move up, but because it was a hit by pitch, she has to go back. But now to the plate, Lainey Johnson hit that RBI single back in the first. And now 2 down, runners on first and second, and that will be over the catcher. And now Degerstrom can move to third. So runners advance to second and third in scoring position for Lainey Johnson, and another opportunity at an RBI to extend the lead. Here's the 1-0, and it's low for ball 2. 2-0 count for Johnson. Millsop with the pitch. That one's in there for strike one. Two-one count for Johnson. Here's the pitch from Millsop, and that one's over her head again. Degerstrom going to try and take home slide, and she is safe on the throw over. So run has scored, and now a runner at third. 3-0 the Jags lead. Runner at third, 2 down. 3-1 count for Johnson. Staffney at third. 3-1 for Lainey Johnson. Millsop with the pitch. Gets a piece of that one, and she'll foul it out of play. So it's a full count now for Lainey Johnson. We get a time call in the field. Shortstop needs to tie the laces. As that sun has come out, we've warmed up a little bit, and we've got a light breeze. It's just a gorgeous day it turned out to be. So laces are tied, and we're back. Lainey Johnson with the full count. Here's the pitch from Millsop in the dirt, and Johnson will walk to first. Riley Scott back to the plate. She walked in her first plate appearance as well, made it all the way to second. Runners at the corners, 2 down for Riley Scott. Jags in their black uniforms, the red letters and numbers outlined in the white. She got a piece of that one, and it's foul out of play off the first baseline. Runners move back. And no one count for Scott. 0-1 pitch on the way. Another piece of that one, and it is into foul territory. Not able to be grabbed by the first baseman. And it will stay foul. And now we'll go 0-2 on the count for Riley Scott. Runners at the corners, 2 down. Bottom of the second, 3-0 lead for the Jags. She got a piece of that one. It's a roller to the third baseman. She's going to allow the shortstop to grab it, throw on to first. Not in time. She is safe. And she beat out the throw for an infield single, plus an RBI as well. An RBI for Riley Scott. We do have the courtesy runner over there at first for the catcher. Runners on first and second, still 2 down, but now a 4-0 lead here for the Jags. As now to the plate, Hannah Hartle. And she watches that one high for ball 1. 4-0, the Jags with the lead. A little bit of a 2-out rally going here. Swings at that one, fouls it back into the fence. Hartle in the left-handed batter's box with a 1-1. She gets a piece of this one over towards left field. That's into foul territory and out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes now for Hannah Hartle. 2 down, runners in first and second. And here's the pitch. That one's high over the catcher, and runners will move up a base. Now both runners in scoring position here. 2 down. And Hannah Hartle, great opportunity to extend the lead even further. And she'll foul this one back after getting a piece of it. Count is even at 2-2 for Hannah Hartle. Again, out in left. Reese, who is just behind her. She's out in center. Millsop back in the circle. Here's the 2-2. Got a piece of that one. It's a slow roller to the shortstop. Throw on to first is going to lead her off the bag. That's going to get by the first baseman. It's going to score both runs on the error. Hannah Hartle moves up to second. It scores 2 runs on the error, and it's a 6-0 lead for the Jags. And now Reese Hartle to the plate. And we will get a visit here to the pitcher in the circle. And we'll see what happens out of this. Bottom of the second, Jags have scored 4 more runs to extend their lead, 6-0. And again, it was the error that led to 2 more scoring for Hinckley-Finlayson. And Hartle with a slow roller to the shortstop, throwing to first, took the player off the bag, and as it was just wide. So the visit over, and again, it's Reese Hartle to the plate. She walked in her first plate appearance all the way back just that first inning. Runner on second, 2 down still. And here's the pitch, low for ball 1 to Reese Hartle. 1-0 count. Millsop with the pitch. And that one inside to Reese for ball 2. 2-0 for Reese Hartle. Millsop with the pitch. And swings and misses on that one. And now a 2-1 count to Reese Hartle. 2-1 pitch on the way from Millsop. That's high and outside for ball 3. 3-1 count now for Reese Hartle. And the 3-1 outside as well. So runners at first and second now for Hinckley-Finlayson. 2 down still, and Eris Ritchie to the plate. Struck out looking in her first at-bat. We'll definitely be looking to turn that around and watch that one for call ball 1. 1-0 from Millsop, and that is swung on and just tipped foul by Ritchie. 1-1 count now for Ritchie. Here's the pitch in there for strike 2. And with the ball getting away from the catcher again, runners will move up to second and third. So again, for Ritchie, an opportunity to continue to extend this lead. Here's the pitch, and she keeps herself alive, fouling that one back. Here's the pitch from Millsop. Ooh, that one low, but it can be called strike, and she'll go down looking again. And that'll be out number 3. But the Jags still do some damage with 2 hits, 4 runs crossing, and no errors for them in the inning. 1 error for the Rangers, and that will do it for inning number 2. So we will move forward and on over to inning number 3. Third inning coming your way, but first a word from our fine sponsors here. You're listening to Playoff Softball on WCMP.
24/7, 365. We've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. You probably know your Pine City Holiday Station Store off 35 is easy to find, very clean, the staff is always friendly, and is open 24/7, 365. But did you know we do propane fills, have a brand new EV charging station, and a dog walking area? So if you need a hot cup of coffee, the tank topped off, or a jug of milk on the way home, we got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
A Lennox air source heat pump is a high-efficiency air conditioning unit that can also heat your home or business during the spring and fall. It's more economical than heating with propane. Have Dale's Heating and Appliance install your Lennox air source heat pump. Ask Dale's how you can receive up to $1,000 in rebates for your air source heat pump system. And ductless mini splits also qualify for up to $1,000. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMPradio.com. And up to the plate to lead off is the leadoff batter for the Rangers, Sam Hashey. And first pitch swinging. That one's out towards center field. And caught an easy catch there for Reese Hartle for out number 1. So 1 down now for Crosby-Ironton. And now at the plate, the second baseman, Emma Anderson. First pitch to her, strike. Next one from Ritchie. That one's going to be high for ball 1. 1-1 count now for Anderson. She walked in her first plate appearance. That one swung on and missed for a strike 2. 1-2 count now for Emma Anderson. 1-2 on the way from Ritchie, and that one swung on and hit right back at her, and she snapped it off for out number 2. What a catch by Eris Ritchie for out number 2. So 2 down now, and the pitcher for Crosby-Ironton, Veronica Millsop, to the plate. She reached on a fielder's choice in her first at-bat. Swings and misses on that one for strike 1. Top of the third, 2 down for the Rangers. Ritchie with the 0-1. Swing and a miss. And that'll make it an 0-2 count now for Millsop. And the Jags trying to make it a quick 1-2-3. And here's the pitch. That one's in the dirt for ball 1. So 1-2 count now for Millsop. And here's the pitch from Ritchie. That one swung on and fouled back out of play, out of everybody's way. And we'll do it again with 1 ball and 2 strikes to Veronica Millsop. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Ritchie. And, Millsop thought about it, held off, and that will even the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, and that one will be again fouled out of play by Millsop. Back to the box, and again with a 2-2 count for Millsop. She's trying to extend the inning here while Ritchie tries to end it, and that one will be in the dirt, and that will run the count full now for Veronica Millsop. Two down, top of the 3rd. Jags lead 6-0. And here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. And that'll be out number 3. 1, 2, 3 go the Rangers here in the 3rd. And we move to the bottom of this 3rd inning. Jaguars continue their lead, 6-0. And we'll take a quick commercial break here. Word from our fine sponsors. You're listening to Playoff Softball on WCMP.
Arrowhead Transit plays a pivotal role in bolstering the communities it serves. By providing accessible and reliable transportation, they ensure essential travel for work, education, and healthcare. Arrowhead Transit is customer-centric, continuously evolving to meet the needs of the community with initiatives like community outreach programs, job fairs, and educational workshops, and more. Arrowhead Transit is more than just a transportation service. It is a vital part of the communities it supports. Your connection, your community. Arrowhead Transit, your ride.
At Wellia Health, our goal is to help you live life well at every age and every stage. If you've been busy taking care of everything else but neglecting your own personal health, don't let another year go by without making yourself a priority. Get an annual checkup. Please schedule an appointment at Wellia Health today. Call us at 320-679-1313 or welliahealth.org.
I love this weather. I could sit here all day long. I don't think anything can make it better.
Well, friend, this week, get a gift certificate for 18 holes of golf and a cart at Stone's Throw Golf Course in Malacca for just $25.
How long have you been there?
I'm always here, friend. Always here.
That's a little creepy.
WCMPradio.com/deals. Save money on all kinds of cool stuff. WCMPradio.com/deals.
Back here on WCMP. First pitch swing in, but it's foul. Right. For the Jags. Bottom of the 3rd here. 6-0 lead for the Jags. Swing and a miss on that one. So now 0-2. Albrecht with an 0-2. Trying to protect, but swings and misses on that one for out number 1. And now we are again back to the top of the order here for the Jags. Anna Degerstrom, good day so far. She's reached twice and scored twice. Into the left-handed batter's box. That one in the dirt. Rolling to the backstop for ball 1 to Degerstrom. Here's the 1-0 in there for strike 1. 1-1 count now for Anna Degerstrom. And the 1-1 on the way. Swing and a miss on that one by Degerstrom. Make it a 1-2 count for the first baseman. Here's the 1-2. That one's in the dirt as well, and that'll even the count at 2-2. Stay tuned later today on 106.5 FM. Rush City will be in Mora. And that'll be a 7 o'clock start over there, so tune in for that one. As the 2-2 is on the way, it's outside. And that'll run the count full now for Anna Degerstrom. Mora hosting Rush City tonight. That'll be on this station and live with video on our website for that one. Full count, that one is high for ball 4. And it's a walk for Degerstrom. And now, Adam Painovich to the plate. Runner on first, one down here in the bottom of the third. And here's the pitch. First one is going to get by the catcher. And Degerstrom will glide into second. Runner on second, 1-0, and that one is popped up into foul territory, but it gets down just in front of the young lady at first, and that'll make it a 1-1 now for Painovich as she gets back into the batter's box. Here's the pitch. That one is swung on and right to the first baseman. She grabs it for out number 2. Good grab there for out number 2, and now Natalie Staffney to the plate. And she was hit by the pitch back last inning. 2 down, runner on second for Staffney. First one to her in the dirt. Degerstrom will move to third. There we go, 1-0 count now for Staffney. 2 down, runner on third. Here's the pitch. And that one's in there for strike 1. Staffney will hold off on that one. 1-1 now. 2 down, runner on third. Opportunity here to extend the lead, and that one just gets away from Kronk, but she holds, turns around, grabs it. Degerstrom will stay at third. 2-1 now for Staffney. The pitch on the way, low again, and they're going to send Degerstrom. Kronk cannot get it in time, and Degerstrom slides home, and that is the third run for her on the evening, or afternoon, morning. So now 7-0 the lead for Hinckley-Finlayson. Natalie Staffney at the plate, a 3-1 count. Millsop. Readies, here's the pitch. And that one's outside for ball 4. So we'll get a runner back on. And now to the plate. The shortstop, Lainey Johnson. Runner on first, 2 down. She's first pitch swinging. Oh, right to the third baseman, and she gloves it for out number 3. That had extra bases written all over it, but the third baseman with a beautiful catch there for out number 3. No hits, 1 run for the Jags, and no errors. So that is it for 3 innings of play here at Flagstead Field. The Jags lead over the Crosby-Ironton Rangers 7-0 as we have finished 3 innings of work. We will move to the top of the 4th inning, but not until a word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Visit Town & Country Insurance today at townandcountry-ins.com or stop in our offices in Finlayson, Hinckley, and Mora.
There's just nothing like being on the water, especially on a pontoon. Pine Toon Rental in Pine City has your next outing. Spend the day on the water. Cruise between Cross Lake and Pekegama Lake. Over 20 miles of shoreline with several stops along the way. And start creating memories that'll last a lifetime. But you've got to reserve your pontoon first. Visit pinetoonrental.com. pinetoonrental.com.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMPradio.com, audio only for playoffs. Leading off for the Rangers is the first baseman, Abby Kramer, and she swings and misses at the first one. Next one comes in high and outside for ball one, so even at 1-1, and then now this one is crushed out to right field, but making the grab. There, a nice grab by Violet Albrecht for out number 1. So 1 down now for the Rangers, and Ava Bordage will come to the plate. She reached on an error her last plate appearance and just missed on that one. And that one swung on, foul back. So now 0-2 for Bordage. 1 down, nobody on for the Rangers. Ritchie with the pitch. That one in there for strike 3, and she will go down looking for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down for the Rangers. And now at the plate, Claire Smith playing out in left today for Crosby-Ironton. That one is fouled back by Smith. Top of the 4th. Ritchie with the 0-1. That one swung on and fouled out of play. Didn't hit the truck. It's okay. It's now 0-2 here for Claire Smith. Ritchie trying to make it a 1-2-3. And for the second inning in a row, it will be a 1-2-3 inning for the Crosby-Ironton Rangers. No hits, no runs for the Rangers. And we move on to the bottom of this inning. Jaguars lead 7-0 here in the first round of Section 7 AA playoffs. Again, they win, they move on to Thursday, where they'll play up in Cloquet at Braun Park. But first, a word from our fine sponsors before the bottom of the 4th here on WCMP.
Hi, this is Sarah from Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Do you know about our propane customer referral program? It's simple and rewarding. Refer a qualified new Burnett Dairy propane customer and you'll receive a $100 credit to your account. Terms and conditions apply. Call 715-689-1032 for details and follow our Burnett Dairy General Store Facebook page. Share the warmth with Burnett Dairy, your trusted propane partner.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics, a smile you will embrace forever.
Bottom of the 4th. Leading off the bottom of the 4th is going to be the catcher Riley Scott for the Jags. Millsop still in the circle. Here's the pitch, and that one's high and inside. Ball 1 now to Scott. Millsop quickly with the 1-0. That one's in there for strike 1. Scott being patient up there, just waiting for her pitch. A 1-1, and here's the pitch from Millsop. That one's going to be high and just past Kronk for ball 2. 2-1 count for Scott. That one's high as well for ball 3. 3-1 count for Scott. Here's the pitch from Millsop, and ooh, swings and misses on that one. Comes out of the batter's box, smiling. Full count now for Scott. Millsop with the pitch. And that one's in there at the knees for strike 3 looking. And that'll be out number 1. So Hannah Hartle now to the plate. In the left-handed batter's box, here's the pitch. Oh, that one high for ball 1. Millsop has worked pretty quickly here between pitches. Just changed it up a little bit for the most part, been pretty darn quick. And that one's going to stay high as well for ball 2. Here's the 2-0. And swinging and a miss there by Hannah Hartle. 2-1. Millsop with the pitch. And Hartle gets a piece of that one. It's popped up, still in play. And Kronk cannot catch up to it. And it drops, foul. So now it'll be a 2-2 count for Hannah Hartle with 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th. Millsop works the ball. And here's the pitch. Oh, and it gets her. She takes it. And she will head to first after being hit by the pitch. So runner on. 1 down, and now it's Reese Hartle to the plate. She has walked in both of her plate appearances up to this point. Here's the pitch to her. Outside, ball 1. So Reese Hartle with a 1-0 count. Sister at first. Here's the pitch. That one's high as well. Kronk with a great grab. Throw down to second, and a slide by Hannah Hartle. She's in there. She's in there. Not the prettiest of slides, but she got there. 3-0 now to Reese Hartle. And that one is in there for strike 1 now to Reese Hartle. 1 down, runner on second. 3-1 count. Millsop with the pitch, and that one's in the dirt. And a walk again for Reese Hartle. And now to the plate, Eris Ritchie looking to change up her fortune here as she struck out looking in both of her first at-bats. Now, runners on first and second. Trying to switch it up here. Only 1 down. Here's the pitch. Inside for ball 1. That one still rides high for ball 2. From Millsop on the way. And she got a piece of that one, but that one's going to go foul out of play. So Ritchie just behind that one, and man, if she can catch up to that one, I don't know, will be crushed a ways. Cleaning off the plate here, and she's back into the batter's box. 2-1 count, runners on first and second. Millsop with the pitch, and that one's high. It gets by Kronk, and that'll advance the runners into second and third easily. So now 2 runners in scoring position, with 1 down, and a 3-1 count for Ritchie. That one's low, and it's going to get by, and they're going to send Hannah Hartle to the plate, and she is in safely. So that ball got by the catcher Kronk. Ritchie is on base for the first time here this afternoon. Runners on the corners with 1 down, and a run has scored. 8-0, Jags with the lead. We will get a pinch runner, courtesy runner for the pitcher over there at first. And that will be Kendra Harris running at first now. And at the plate, of course, Violet Albrecht. Runners at the corners, 1 down. That one outside for for ball one, and Reese Hartle gets back, and if anything, she allows that runner from first to move to second. So the decoy. Get both runners in scoring position here, and a swing and a miss to make it a 1-1 count. She's 0 for 2 so far today. Great chance at an RBI opportunity here for Albrecht. 2-1 count. And that one high again. 3-1 now. Runners on second and third. One down. And that one is in there. And that will make it a full count. Full count for Millsop. Readies. Here's the pitch. And swinging through that one for strike 3 and out number 2. Anna Degerstrom back to the plate. She's reached every time she has been to the plate. And what a big bat this would be if she can get on. 2 down, runners on second and third. Degerstrom, for the 4th inning in a row, is at the plate. Swings and misses on that one for strike 1. Millsop with the 0-1. And Degerstrom got a piece of this one. It's out to left field. Left fielder's on it, and it gets by her. That's going to score both of the runs. And Degerstrom is in with a 2-run, 2-out double. So a big hit there by Anna Degerstrom. It scores 2, and it's 10-0. A 10-0 lead for the Jags, and now Adam Hainovich to the plate. A chance just to continue to add it on. That one's going to be high for ball 1. 4 plate appearances, on base all 4 times for Degerstrom. This one, a slow roller to the third. Throw on to first, not going to get there in time. It goes over the first baseman's head at well, and Degerstrom, they're gonna score her, and yes, she's going to get there. So a single for Painovich, and then the error will score Degerstrom. So the error scores her. Painovich definitely had that throw beat, so we'll give her the single. And swing and a miss there by Staffney, but runner moves up to second. And Staffney hits this one in the air. And she will be safe. And now they're going to come out and talk about it. She should be safe. She was running the baseline, so she should be safe. Yeah, she will be. So with the runner at third and a runner now at first for the Jags, Staffney. So runners at the corners, 2 down for the Jags. An 11-0 lead. And the head coach, Molly McDonald, for the Rangers is asking about it. I've got to imagine she's going to argue her case that it's runner interference, but that was in the baseline from what I could tell. So now coming to the plate, Lainey Johnson. After the umpire explains, Lainey Johnson at the plate. That one rolls into her, and the runner from first, Staffney, moves into second. Runners on second and third now as the Jags try to continue to add to their lead. Lainey Johnson, that one's a line drive. That's going to be a base hit, an RBI single at least. It will score 2, a 2-run single for Lainey Johnson. And the Jags continue to pour it on. It's 13-0 for Hinckley-Finlayson. And a runner on first, 2 down still, only in the bottom of the 4th. Now at the plate, catcher Riley Scott, and that one's going to get under. She jumps over it. And Lainey Johnson moves to second. So 2 down, runner on second for Riley Scott. 1-0 pitch on the way from Millsop, and that's outside for ball 2. We've officially batted around here, have the Jaguars. In this first round playoff game in Section 7 AA, Jags lead 13-0 in the bottom of the 4th. And now a 3-0 count for Riley Scott. 2 down, here's the pitch from Millsop. That one's low. And Lainey Johnson going to get into third, diving, and she is in safely on the head first. And Scott walks. And we'll have the courtesy runner for the catcher there at first. Of course, that will be Annie Allman. So runners at first and third for the Jags. And we'll have a visit in the circle. And we'll take a, see if we don't have time for a commercial break here on WCMP.
Attention baseball fans! Are you ready to experience the thrill of St. Paul Saints baseball with our weekly live on-air giveaway? That's right! Every Friday is your chance to score big and win tickets to see the Saints live in action at beautiful CHS Field. Imagine the atmosphere, the crack of the bat, the smell of freshly popped popcorn, and the joy of being surrounded by fellow fans. Special thank you to our incredible sponsor, bringing in the heat with Hinckley Firehouse. Listen to WCMP every Friday morning for your chance to win tickets to the St. Paul Saints.
Hannah Hartle to the plate now after that visit in the circle. She was hit by a pitch and eventually scored at the start of this inning. First pitch to her is in there for strike 1, but then the courtesy runner at first moves to second. Runners at second and third for Hannah Hartle, and swings and misses on that one. 0-2 count now for Millsop. Millsop ahead 0-2. Not been often she's been ahead 0-2 in this game, but she is this time, and that one is inside on Hannah Hartle for ball 1. 1-2, Millsop with the pitch. Hartle, that's a foul ball off the first baseline. 1-2 again for Hannah Hartle. And here's the pitch. Low, and it's going to get by. Lainey Johnson going home, and she is there standing. So runner advances to third. Run will score, and it's 14-0. 2 down. The 2-2 for Hannah Hartle. And here's the pitch. She gets a piece of that one popped up towards the pitcher. Third baseman calls it, and she grabs it for out number 3. So the Jags do a ton of damage here in this one. Counted up 8 runs in this inning. No error, 1 error. So let's count them up. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. 4 hits, 8 runs, and no errors for the Jags in that inning. And we move to what probably should be the 5th and final inning, as again that 10-run rule will come into effect here in the 5th. But the Rangers need 5 in order for this game to move on. But the Jags looking to get out of here and move on to Thursday. Back after word from our fine sponsors.
Promoting good health in children is the best way to ensure they'll enjoy good health as adults. Don't skip out on your children's wellness appointments. Call Wellia Health today at 320-679-1313 to set up a Well Child visit. Our friendly family medicine providers love to support young families by helping your children stay healthy, active, and feeling their very best. WelliaHealth.org.
Burnett Dairy Cooperative, real farms, real flavor. Visit us online at burnettdairy.com.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM AM 1350. Jags trying to get out of here with the victory in the 5th inning. And again, they would move on to Thursday, Braun Park in Cloquet. That game, they would play the winner of I Falls and Duluth Marshall up there at 3 p.m. So that is what they would be doing next. And the first pitch here to Mika Kronk is swung on, miss for strike one. Top of the 5th. Here's a pitch from Ritchie. That's high for ball one. And Rangers need 5 to get this game extended. 1-1. And that one's going to stay high for ball 2. 2-1 now for Kronk. And here's the pitch. Low and swung on right to the shortstop. Throw on to first is in time for out number 1. 1 down. And now to the plate. Gressman for the Rangers. Richmond readies. And here's the pitch. Swung on and missed by Gressman for strike one. Ritchie with the 0-1. That one's in there for strike two. 0-2 now for Gressman. 14-0. Jags lead on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and out to center. Reese Hartle's on it for out number 2. 1 out away from moving on for the Jags. Sophia Strom now coming to the plate next for Crosby-Ironton. And the Jags are 1 out away from moving on to Thursday up in Cloquet. And here's the first one to Strom. In there at the knees for strike one. 14-0. Jags with the lead. Here's the pitch from Ritchie. Swung on and a little looper to the shortstop. She grabs it, and that is it. And that'll be it for this one. As the shortstop grabs it, and that'll be it. The Jags get the victory here in this one, 14-0 over the Rangers. And they are moving on to Thursday, where they will play the winner of I Falls and Duluth Marshall up in Braun Park at 3 p.m. So we'll get a commercial break, hear word from our fine sponsors. We'll come back, recap this one, and then let you know what's coming up later. You're listening to Playoff Softball. That's softball here on WCMP.
Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's, or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Welcome to the Summer of Saints. Not those Saints. We're talking about the St. Paul Saints. Listen every Friday morning all summer long. We're sending you and a friend to CHS Field to see the Saints, courtesy of Hinckley Firehouse. Listen to win all summer. The Summer of Saints. Throwing heat all summer long. Thanks to the Hinckley Firehouse and WCMP.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
back here on WCMP. The Jags get the victory over the Crosby-Ironton Rangers here in round one, 14-0. So the Jaguars move on to Thursday. They scored 8 of those runs here just in the fourth. 2 runs in the first, 4 in the second. None, believe it or not. Or one. One in the third. So they did score a run in each and every inning. Anna Degerstrom reached base and scored in each inning as well. So a good outing here for the Jags. Eris Ritchie came out, pitched 5 innings, saw 18 batters, only allowed 1 hit, walked 1, and struck out 4 in this game. So a great outing here for the Jaguars of Hinckley-Finlayson. For the Rangers, it will end their season. And for the Jags, they will move on. Now, looking at the bracket here for Section 7 AA, again, they'll play Thursday at 3 p.m., and they will play against the winner of I Falls or Duluth Marshall. They'll play the winner there, and that game will be on at 3 p.m. in Braun Park in Cloquet. Now, if they win that game, they would go on to play again at 5 p.m. on Thursday against the winner of Rush City and whoever they play. Rush City will play Thursday in Braun Park at 3 p.m. as well against the winner of Mora and Barnum. So that's the local connection here in Class 7 AA. Also playing today up at Greenway Nashwauk Keewatin is Pine City. So Pine City also playing today, and if they were to win, they'd play the winner of Esco and Two Harbors. So a bunch going on across the section here in 7AA, but for Hinckley-Finlayson, they will face I Falls or Duluth Marshall on Thursday up in Cloquet at 3 p.m. And then if they win that one, they could potentially face Rush City again, who they beat earlier this season. So good chance for Hinckley-Finlayson here in a new class, a new section this year. Such a great, fun ride for Hinckley-Finlayson. But they get the victory here today, 14-0 over the Crosby-Ironton Rangers. That is going to do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Tune in later when we will have Mora hosting Rush City on our airwaves tonight. That begins at 7 p.m. on 106.5 FM, AM 1350. Also on KBK 95.5 FM. Speaking of those two stations, stay tuned to those morning shows on 95.5 FM KBK with Rock and Robin Riley at 7:30 and 8:30. Then over on 100.9 FM with Joshua Muir on at 7:45 and 8:45. That's when you can catch your local sports updates. We'll talk about this game, all the other games going on in our local listening area, plus regional and national sports as well. Stay tuned to our websites, WCMPradio.com, KBK.com for all things local sports, plus the broadcast schedule. Just go to WCMPradio.com, go to sports, click on the broadcast schedule, and that will show you the games we've got coming up for this week. Of course, that is subject to change just because weather, sickness, all those life things that happen. Also, we'll have stories on games we've done and, breaking news, coaches retiring, interviews, all that on our websites. Also, stay tuned to our socials, our Facebook for both radio stations and our Twitter at WCMP Radio for more breaking news, games getting rescheduled, especially here in the spring, LOI signings, broken records, coaches retiring, coaches being hired, all that sort of things on our websites and our social medias as well. I want to thank all of our fine sponsors who sponsor this and every other broadcast that we do. I appreciate them for sponsoring this broadcast. And, of course, if it weren't for them, we wouldn't be able to come out here and broadcast any of these games, so we appreciate them. Also, I want to thank all of you who tuned in. Thanks so much for tuning in. You give me a job to do, so I appreciate you all tuning in. And it is Mental Health Awareness Month, so I just want to say remember to be kind to everyone. You never know what someone's going through, and your kindness could make their day. The final, once again, here on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, the Jaguars get the victory over the Crosby-Ironton Rangers, 14-0. They're moving on to Thursday at Braun Park at 3 p.m., and they'll play the winner of I Falls and Duluth Marshall. For WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Don't forget to tune in later for that 7 o'clock game between Mora and Rush City here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350. But for WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Have a great rest of your afternoon.